everyone. It's Hannah Nieves of the HN Haus Podcast, and I'm so excited because we have Chellie Carlson here. Thank you so much for being here.
I am so pumped to be here, Hannah. This has been a dream come true. Finally.
I'm so excited because we are going to be talking about style, and we have been having some pretty incredible episodes on building your personal brand. And if you're listening to this podcast, we talk about personal influence, and style is part of that. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the weeds of how style impacts your personal brand. But Chellie, can you just give us like the details of like, how did you get to this point? Because you built such an incredible empire.
Yes, I started out and grew up on a farm in Missouri, studied fashion
Wow.
in college in Missouri, and I got the love of fashion from my mom. So she was sewing and, always wanted me to be creative and look and feel my best. So I give her credit. And then after college, I moved to Chicago and I worked for a lingerie brand for over 20 years.
Wow.
And I would meet women daily that were just struggling with their breasts, their bodies. And I knew I could help them in a deeper, more meaningful way. And so I finally founded my brand 2 weeks before COVID hit in 2020.
Wow.
Went
Wow.
solo, dove in. 2020 was rough, but then 2021, I created my signature service that I still
Mhm.
use today. And then I just grew from there
That
really
is so
quickly.
incredible. And I'm a part of your Style Society, that beautiful membership that you have. And I pin it on my Google,
Oh,
bookmarks because I get so excited to look at it because it gives me so much inspiration. And we'll get into more of like what you offer to clients. But I would love to understand, like, from your perspective, like, why is it so important for us to look at style when it comes to our personal brand?
brand. Yeah, it is. It's ultimately a reflection of who you are, and you're telling the world and your potential clients where you're going, what you're going to be doing in the world. And it's a reflection of your self-worth ultimately. And a lot of us are missing that mark. You
Yeah.
teach others how to treat you through your wardrobe. And
Yeah.
it's
I love that you said that too, because I think, especially post pandemic, right? So many of us, and we were on the Mason call and everyone's talking about, oh my goodness, like style, like people just like light up when they hear about your work. Because I think for a lot of us, and, a lot of our listeners here, they're women, we're mothers,
yep,
and we're working from home, right? And for me, I'm like 9 times out of 10 in loungewear. And I tell myself, like, wait, I actually need to shift this because it's actually starting to impact my mood,
that's
the way that I show up to calls. And I think that's really important. So I just would love like your perspective, like what's your company's like unique take when it comes to style? Because I have to tell, your service is so much deeper than just the clothes that we are wearing. And I just want to like start with that for a second.
yep. So with sort of my philosophy, it's all about it's all about your body and feeling good in your body, finding clothes that fit your body. It's not your body that's the problem, it's the clothes you're choosing to put on your body. That's the first rule and the first thing I focus on with my clients. Actually, before that, we focus on your limiting beliefs. So we have so many limiting beliefs that are holding us back from finding our true, authentic style. These stem from childhood. We learn from our mother how to get dressed. We
Mhm.
learn whether it's we can only shop sale, we can't afford this, we can't afford that. Those belief systems are carried through to your current reality, right? So we've got to
Wow.
explore what's holding you back, and maybe that belief is still holding you back. And then the self-worth. You ultimately learn from your mother what you're worthy of wearing, how you're worthy of feeling from childhood. And I
Ooh.
go deep into those belief systems because ultimately it's running the show in your current reality.
I love that you started with that because that, like, I had chills down my body because when I grew up, it was all around finances. It was okay, like I had to shop like, the discounted and
Yep,
super cheap. And it was, now that I'm thinking about that, it's like the connection around, okay, like, is it worth it making the investment on myself for this
it
piece
is.
or whatever it is? So I love that you said that because it's something I actually didn't even think about, but makes so much sense. And also, even for me being in like postpartum too, just like motherhood as a whole new journey in itself. So, for listeners that are listening in, like, what would you recommend for everyone as to like, what's that first step if they're like, wait a second, I know I'm getting into the next chapter of my business,
Yep.
and I know this means that I need to up level my personal brand. And with that comes a style. Like, what does someone do in this scenario?
Where to begin, right? I want you to really make decisions from and purchase items with intention from your highest self. Ultimately, knowing more abundance is coming, you can ultimately afford whatever you need to afford, but investing in yourself, knowing by purchasing things that reflect your self-worth, you're going to attract more abundance. It's going to flow more freely because you know that you're worthy of wearing beautiful things. And it's not about the amount and the cost of the clothes, it's how those clothes make you feel that then will help you attract the life you want and the
I
clients you
love that. I love that. And it's so beautiful to think too, because I think for me, and I'm sure for a lot of listeners that are listening in, like, I came from the corporate world, which it was like pantsuit wearing and high heels. And then it went from
the box.
that to,
Yep.
yeah, like fitting in a box. And now, okay, I'm wearing
Loungewear.
a loungewear.
There's
And now there's like no in between. And it's interesting because even for me now, with the up level that we have been making our brand and launching Mason and stepping into this new arena, like I've consciously been thinking about what does this actually look like? And I know for me, and I'm sure there's so much that we can even dive into, but it makes sense that you need to align, like, where are you going, like long term,
yeah. I find, Hannah, so many clients pre-COVID, or so pre-COVID, there was that box, right? And my goal
Mhm.
is that everybody goes outside that box and finds what feels good for them. But
Yeah.
then COVID with the loungewear, everything just, you weren't shopping. So you weren't even entering your
Yeah.
closet. Then post COVID, my clients walk in their closets, none of it feels like them anymore. And so they've evolved and grown personally and professionally, but they have not shifted their wardrobe to align with who they've become.
Mhm.
And that's where it's going to take, if we're starting out, and I'm recommending, it's investing time to focus on this, investing a little bit of money. You don't have to invest
Mhm.
in a designer wardrobe, but you need to invest in some pieces that feel good for you. You're going to invest in tailoring.
Mhm.
Tailoring, you
Mhm.
may have beautiful pieces that just don't fit you right. Just a little bit of tailoring can shift that completely for you. So starting out, just you've got to know, okay, whether it's a time block, you're like, I'm going to focus on purchasing these items. I'm going to try them on. I'm going to style what I own rather
Mhm.
than oftentimes we're buying and buying and buying, but you probably already own some beautiful pieces that you're overlooking. So it's really stepping back and thinking, okay, let's try some of these pieces that I own. Like, why am I not liking these looks anymore? And then
Mhm.
editing through it and letting go. If you know it doesn't fit or feel good, you let it go. Then you can start seeing some of the pieces that you should be wearing.
Mhm.
They're hidden right now by clutter. You can't get
Ooh,
dressed because there's so much clutter. Release the
wow.
clutter, and then you're going to make space to attract in the new beautiful pieces that you've shopped with intention for that align with you
Mhm.
that you can then wear with
Ooh.
what you own.
I think after this call, I'm literally going to go upstairs and get rid of like half of my wardrobe. So,
So I would rather you have three fabulous outfits that you're obsessed with that you can mix
mhm.
and match those pieces rather than having a 25, 30 outfits that don't feel great. It's like
Yeah,
re-wearing the things that you love in different ways.
I think that's so
Society
beautiful.
tells us like we need a new outfit every day. That's not the case.
Mhm.
So to hone in on a signature look for a personal brand, you need to start repeating outfits in different ways and you will
Ooh.
build trust. So for instance, I wear the same jewelry every day. Every day that I
Mhm.
do this, I'm building trust with my audience.
Ooh, I love that because I
Yeah.
actually recognized that necklace from the last
Yes.
time that we were
I wear this
chatting.
every day, no matter what I'm wearing. I wear this stack because it just shows that I am trustworthy. So for you, Hannah, it could be a shoe, a blazer,
Mm,
some form. We all have something that we love. And so my suggestion, if you really want to hone in on your personal style, just repeat those favorite signature looks in different ways. And you're going to start then honing in on your signature look.
oh, I
And it could
love
be a
that.
color. It could be, you know, what it could be anything, jeans, pants,
Hmm.
but it has to feel really good for you and authentic to who you are. And
I
then
think
just,
that's so great. Well, because I was going to ask you about, especially when we get into fashion and style, right? I mean, there's so much in terms of style when it comes to like fast fashion and, overconsumption and all these different types of things. And I've always been so fascinated with, more of like a capsule wardrobe. And it's interesting for me because I'm also thinking about, okay, like what does that personal style look like? So what's your take on a capsule wardrobe? Like, so for listeners that are listening in and they're like, okay, I just purged all my things. Now I'm thinking about what's
now,
next. Like, what do you think about when it comes to that?
yeah, I am all about the capsule wardrobe. And this is what I deliver for my one-on-one clients, a capsule for each season. So less is more. It's about honing in on those pieces that you need for this current season and then re-wearing them over and over again and mixing and they all should coordinate and be mixed and matched together. So you don't need the quantity. Society tells you you need, obviously Instagram, influencers, the retailers, everyone says buy, 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 buy. We're just overwhelmed and
Mm-hmm.
we've purchased way too much and then we can't get dressed because we're overwhelmed, right? So the capsule clears out all that clutter. You're left with a small amount of pieces, lean and mean, that you can mix and match and feel confident in. So I
Ooh.
highly recommend everybody, but it's not easy to get to this capsule. Editing is the first process. Purge anything out that doesn't align with your next level. I look 3 to 5 years out. So if this doesn't feel like Hannah in 3 to 5 years out, where is she going? Who is
Yeah.
she seeing? How are people responding to her and her new energy? If that's not aligned, it's gone.
Ooh, that makes so much sense. And I'm definitely going to be doing that because we are in the process right now of looking for a second home and living part-time in South Florida. And I'm like, that style is going to be so different than New York. And it's so interesting to see, like, you can still have capsule seasons. I love that you shared that perspective. So I'm just curious because you mentioned this earlier, and I know some people might be thinking about, okay, where should I be looking? Like, I'm just curious. I want to pick your brain on this. But like, what are some of your favorite, brands? Do you look at brands for certain reasons, for values, or
Yes.
for certain types of things? Like, what is your philosophy on that?
Yeah, definitely. I am all about value, Hannah. So I've been in retail for over 25 years. I've seen it all. I've shopped every level of it. And
Hmm.
I feel that it doesn't matter what the label says, the designer,
Hmm.
it's a matter of the energy of the garment and how it makes you feel and how it fits your body. And then we get tailoring involved, and you can make a $30 pant look like a $3,000 trouser with the right
Hmm.
tailoring. So it's really about, yes, investing in pieces that really, no matter if it's for higher level things like shoes and handbags, I recommend investing in higher
Hmm.
quality designer pieces. But in terms of ready to wear, typically for denim, I have my specific go-tos. I love Veronica Beard denim.
Hmm.
It feels like shapewear. It just pulls you in the right places, gives you like butt lift, really high quality. I love frame denim. I love mother denim. So those are
Ooh.
usually my three like go-tos that ultimately have every silhouette. And right now, even speaking about denim, pre-COVID, we were wearing skinny. COVID, we went to joggers. Now,
Hmm.
post COVID, we are in more of this looser, soft girl era. Everything is looser, flowier, and lighter. So there is no
Ooh.
tight jegging on the leg, it's more straight or wide at the bottom.
I was just going to ask you about that too, because I'm sure in your work that you do with one-to-one clients, you look at like silhouettes and body types and see, okay, like what might align with what they're looking for and things like that, which That's always for me. I think I've always struggled with style because being someone who's a little bit more curvy, I have hips, I have a butt. I've always struggled with finding like really good pants and
Pants,
good jeans. Yeah.
jeans. So with a curve, Hannah, we want to fit your hips and thighs. We
Mhm.
then will tailor in the waist.
Mm.
So women are afraid to like, we have to do some tailoring with a lot of, if you are a little curvier, because the waist is easy to take in, but we need the
Mhm.
hips and the bottom. We want to fit the largest part of your body, then take in
Yeah.
the rest.
I'm
And so
like blown away about tailoring. Like, I don't
I,
know why I didn't think about that. I just like, I've always been to the tailor when I have like an event or like something that I need to go to, but I didn't actually think of taking like my everyday clothing
everyday
there to just
wardrobe,
like,
yeah. So
wow.
right now, so many women are purchasing hauls online, whether that's a Revolve haul, it's a Shop Up
Mm,
haul, and you get all of these pieces, you try them on, and you're just frustrated. You're like, nothing fits. What's going on? And you feel instantly, or you think, this is my body. Like, I hate my body. It doesn't feel good. When in actuality, we need to size up and tailor down the garment to fit you.
ooh,
It is the most powerful thing I do for clients because they are so stuck on size. And when you work with me in a shop appointment, you will never see or know what size you're trying on because it
wow.
matter. It's about the fit, but so many women are held back by the size. So they purchase a size 27 or 28 and it's tight, and then they freak out, and then they're like, that's not for me. But in actuality, if we sized up one size, it would
Mhm,
be perfect for you. So I am back to the fit right now. Everything is a little loose or oversized. So it's okay to size up in things. We don't want them super tight right now. It's more of
mhm,
this flowy. We want some like balance. So we want tighter on the top, looser on the bottom
mhm.
to create balance in your frame. But we're so stuck on size, Hannah, and it holds so many of us back that
Mhm.
all we want is to be, society tells us the smaller your size, the better you are. And it's
Yeah,
complete lie. And it doesn't matter.
yeah.
And every brand, you could be a different size. So it's so frustrating to purchase all of these clothes and to try them on and then just send them back because you're frustrated. So it's really about, okay, do I love the feel of this fabric? Does it have good energy? Let's size up. And then you have your
Mhm,
tailor, a good, $50 investment in it. It could
mhm.
fit your body perfectly.
Okay, so that was my like aha moment this entire call that I am now thinking of I need to size up in my
Size up
outfits
every,
now.
yeah.
Wow.
And bottoms, especially, like I recently sized up in all my bottoms. I cannot wear any of my pants from last year. And yes, it's devastating to me emotionally
Mhm,
because there's a lot of beautiful bottoms I want to wear. They don't fit because they're a little tight in the waist. When
mhm,
I put that on, it tells me I'm not comfortable. So when I'm
mhm.
sitting down or working all day, it's a constant reminder that my pants are too tight. So, ladies, it's all about making sure you feel good energetically in these clothes. Otherwise, it's holding you back.
Yeah, I love that. And I will say I from being a client in your membership and just experiencing and seeing and witnessing the work that you do, can you just share like how you help women do this? Because I think it's so unique and I think it's so different. And it also supports people at all different levels, which I really appreciate. So like what does that look like for someone who's listening in? They're like, I'm done. I'm editing my closet after this and I'm gonna come to you next.
Yes. So when they come to me, often women they've hit rock bottom. They
Mhm,
are they submit, they're like, I don't even know where to begin, Chellie, but I walk in my closet, I hate everything, nothing fits, it's not working for me. So we start with their edit session for a full day, edit through every category. I'm getting to know them. They're sharing with me. I think the most powerful part is, Hannah, they're sharing with me what's holding them back. They're sharing their limiting beliefs with me. Things they're sharing are, Chellie, my knees aren't good enough. I can't wear shorts. Chellie, my arms are not small enough. I don't want to show them. So they're sharing like deep deep wounds that whether it's ex-boyfriends told them, you can't wear this color, you can't wear this, don't show this. So I'm taking all of this in. One client had said to me, Chellie, I don't wear trousers. They bother me. It's just, I don't really want to wear them. Second piece I put her in was a beautiful, gorgeous trouser. She looks in the mirror and she said, Chellie, I'm obsessed with this trouser. How did I not have this before? And then she purchased 4. So it's like showing you there's so many beliefs that are holding you back. And I'm able to understand what those are. Every woman should be wearing shorts. I don't care what size you are. I don't care what age you are. You deserve to really feel good in your body. And the arms, we all need to set them free. Our arms are all perfect. Society tells us they should be this size. But when we balance your shape with the top and bottom, nobody's looking at your arms. They're looking at your whole, your whole package. And you feel confident. Your posture's, secured, you're safe. So it's really this deep healing work that goes on in the one-on-one container with me, where ultimately the client who said, I don't want to show my arms or wear shorts, my job is to set her free to do exactly that. So I'm able to take her from her belief system, and literally in 30 days, she's rocking shorts, she's showing off her arms, and she's stepping into her power and feeling incredible in her body, because that's what this is all about, is feeling good in your body and using clothes as the tool. So we shop, I source every single piece that I feel you need for your capsule for that season. We send it to my home. You then come in for the shop day. It's one of the best days of the year, potentially of your life. You are seeing your body and yourself in a way you've never experienced before. Lots of tears, lots of releasing and setting yourself free during this day. And then ultimately you get to keep what you love and feel good in. And then I show you how to style it so that you're wearing fewer pieces, but more in different ways for your signature style. And so that's the magic. So ultimately you won't have to think. Getting dressed went from an hour of anxiety to 5 minutes, and your closet is organized. You're out the door and you are completely magnetic. Any room you walk in, people notice something is different. It's your energy, your posture, your confidence. It's pure magnetism that happens after we align your style with who you've become.
And you are such a true embodiment of that, I have to tell you, because even when you show your workout like attire, and I'm like, wow, I really need to take my workout attire up. But like, it's so true though. It's like when
better workout. Yes.
I feel like you get a better workout. You're just
Totally.
enjoying it. I love it.
I'm a huge, and so every single, back to, you mentioned a lot of times with working from home, a lot of your listeners work from home. They oftentimes will want to wear the same sweatsuit all day long, hang out in it, sleep in it. You have got to get into the habit of shifting into a new work look in the morning. It's going to shift the rest of the day. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So putting on an outfit that says to the universe and to your body, like, this, I mean business. I'm here, I'm showing up for myself. And then at the end of the day, you can put your comfy cozies on and relax, but you've got to step into a look that says, I'm here to work. I'm here to be productive. And it literally shifts the way people speak to you, the way you show up for your family, for your clients.
So beautiful. So beautiful. Can you share a little bit more about, for those that are listening that want to learn more also about your membership? And guys, I'm going to link both of them below. You need to learn more about this, because I'm telling you, even just like the style boards, just like immediately I look at them and I feel so inspired about like this next level and next evolution. What does that look like for those that might be listening in that are curious about joining?
Yes, the Style Society is a style sisterhood. We have women all over the world in this membership. These boards, 5 are delivered to your inbox every month. So much education and inspiration. And of course, if you like something, you can click on it and add it to your basket. So it's easy to shop. These are all pieces, Hannah, that I have vetted. Brands I know are high value. There is high and low mix, but mostly we're in a sweet high value spot, mid-range, where I have been delivering these pieces to my method clients. Me and my team shop for days on days on days. And then my method clients try these pieces on, and I know the fabric, the fit, the quality. Those are the pieces that I'm putting on these style boards for everyone to shop for $55 a month. So everything is vetted. And then we're adding in just how to, like, rules of thirds, like how to balance your body, how to color theory, like how to mix and match different colors. And, you know, you can take screenshots and then you go in your closet, you recreate that look. It's not about shopping more. It's about, again, this is spending intentional time. So taking those things and saying, okay, I'm going to go in my closet for an hour. I'm going to pull out 5-10 pieces that I want to wear this season. And then I'm going to style them in different ways. And do they need tailoring? What do we need to do? Do they need to be steamed? They need to be ready to go in your closet. They need to fit good and feel good. So it's more about every month. It's telling the universe I'm investing a little time and money into my style. And you're on a self-style journey. I'm guiding you month by month and adding in just all of my tips and tricks. And we have the Zoom call every month. Women are just sharing what they're struggling with. There's a lot of vulnerability and there's a lot of growth and learning that happens in the Zoom call as well.
Ooh.
So it's so much fun. I'm obsessed with it. The women are incredible in it. And we're all on the same path of like wanting to grow and learn and invest in ourselves because we
just like expansive thinkers. And I love that about that community and what you're creating. And guys, you need to check it out. I'm going to put the link below. I am part of it. And I literally have it bookmarked on my bookmarks right now. It's amazing. But I just appreciate you for coming on and like talking about this and just taking a moment to really talk about style, because this is actually a topic that I haven't talked about on the HN Haus podcast. And we talk all about personal branding and influence and visibility, but like your style is a representation of it. And, you know, when we think about our brands, right, it's this living and breathing ecosystem and you are the brand, right? So I just appreciate you for taking the time. Where can people find you and follow you?
Yeah, I hang out on the gram at Chellie Carlson. And then my website is chellecarlson.com. And when you join, you get your first month free. The Style Society. So there's no reason not to check it out because
I love it.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being here. And if you like this episode, please share it on social and tag both of us so we can connect with you. And then I'll see you on the next episode.